Chicago Sky finally replaced Chennedy Carter with Ariel Atkins, and I am using this.
Chennedy Carter just received a cold, unceremonious exit from the Chicago Sky. After a controversial and dramatic season, Carter has officially been replaced with Ariel Atkins, and the message couldn't be clearer. If you bring drama, you're out. The Chicago Sky didn't just give Carter a quiet exit, they didn't even give her the opportunity to defend herself or make a case. Instead, they swiftly replaced her with Atkins, a solid, drama-free player who brings a no-nonsense approach to the court. It's a move that has sparked a wave of debates and stirred up intense opinions. The question is, was this a calculated decision or a sign of disrespect? Either way, the move has already set the stage for what's bound to be an intense, heated battle both on and off the court. Carter's exit is shocking in many ways, especially when you consider how much potential she had as one of the most explosive shooting guards in the league. There's no denying her talent, but after last season, it became increasingly apparent that her attitude, coupled with her distractions, may have outweighed her undeniable basketball ability. In the world of professional sports, talent alone doesn't guarantee success. The league is a business, and when one player's behavior threatens to disrupt the harmony of the team, tough decisions have to be made. Carter, once a rising star, is now on the outside looking in, left to reflect on the choices she made that ultimately led to this moment. As for the Chicago Sky, they wasted no time in moving on. They didn't let sentimentality cloud their judgment. They didn't even let Carter plead her case before bringing in Ariel Atkins, a seasoned veteran who brings leadership, skill, and an unwavering commitment to her team. Ariel Atkins is the kind of player who lets her performance do the talking. She's not about drama, she's about results. In the NBA or WNBA, teams want players who are focused, committed, and willing to put the team's success ahead of their personal image. With Atkins in the fold, the Sky have made it clear they are moving forward, and they are doing so with no room for distractions. Carter's absence is a stark reminder of how quickly things can change in the professional sports world. A season filled with cheap shots, controversial moments, and a complete lack of self-awareness has led to Carter finding herself without a team to call home. The league moves quickly, and if you can't adapt, you'll be left behind. In Carter's case, the constant drama and tension she created around herself has led to her current predicament. Instead of building her career with focus and determination, she became known for her fiery personality and her ongoing rivalry with Caitlin Clark. That attention might have been great for a while, but now it's costing her everything. But what happens next for Chennedy Carter? The WNBA is a tight-knit community, and once you've burned too many bridges, it becomes incredibly difficult to rebuild those connections. Carter might be an explosive player on the court, but she's made herself out to be a walking liability off it. She's become a cautionary tale for young players. Your talent might open doors, but your attitude will keep them open. Carter's behavior this past season, especially her petty interactions with Caitlin Clark, might have been entertaining to some, but to others, it was a sign of immaturity and poor judgment. In the eyes of many coaches and GMs, a player who can't control their emotions or manage their personal rivalries is a liability, no matter how talented they are. And that's where Ariel Atkins comes in. The Chicago Sky took a gamble when they chose to let go of Carter, but they didn't hesitate to bring in Atkins to steady the ship. Atkins is a player who's all business. She's a proven commodity who knows how to lead without bringing unwanted attention. For the Sky, it was a necessary move, one that bolstered their roster without the baggage. In the fast-paced world of professional basketball, distractions like the ones Carter brought with her can be a team's downfall. Teams want consistency and leadership, and that's exactly what Atkins brings to the table. Carter's exit might have shocked some, but for the Sky, it was a no-brainer. But Carter's supporters are crying foul, and some even see her treatment as unfair. They argue that she was an easy target, that her actions were exaggerated, and that her ability on the court should have been enough to keep her in the league. They see the decision to cut ties as a harsh and unnecessary response. But the reality is, the league has no room for players who can't put the team first. Sure, there are rivalries and drama in sports, but when that drama overshadows everything else, it becomes detrimental to the team's success. The WNBA, just like any other professional league, is about winning, and winning requires unity. If a player isn't contributing to that unity, they're not going to last. Meanwhile, Ariel Atkins continues to shine with her calm, collected demeanor. She's proven time and again that she can perform under pressure without letting external factors affect her game. In a world where drama often takes center stage, Atkins represents what the WNBA values most: professionalism, skill, and leadership. It's no surprise that the Sky made this move. They weren't looking for the next reality TV star, they were looking for someone who could elevate their team without causing a spectacle. Atkins is that player, and the Sky are undoubtedly better off for it. As for the future of Chennedy Carter, things aren't looking so bright. No WNBA teams are rushing to sign her, and her reputation is now a liability that many organizations are unwilling to take on. The drama surrounding her has overshadowed her undeniable talent, and now she finds herself in a position where she has to prove she can be more than just a sensationalized headline. But with her track record, it's hard to see where Carter fits in. No one wants a player who will bring more attention to themselves than the game itself. If Carter wants to salvage her career, she's going to need to make some serious changes, both on and off the court. It's easy to look at Chennedy Carter's situation and think it's a simple case of bad luck or a misunderstanding, but the reality is far more complicated. Her behavior last season was a constant distraction, and in a professional setting, those distractions have consequences. It's not just about playing well, it's about fitting into the team's dynamic and being a professional both on and off the court. And unfortunately, Carter didn't meet those expectations. Her attempts to create drama, especially with Caitlin Clark, ultimately turned her into a villain, but it's a villain who's been abandoned by the very league she once hoped to conquer. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark continues to rise to the top of the WNBA, and her focus on her game rather than personal drama has set her apart from the pack. While Carter was busy trying to make Clark look bad, Clark was busy rewriting the record books and becoming one of the most exciting players in the league. Clark has embraced the spotlight for all the right reasons, through her talent, determination, and professionalism. She's become a role model for young athletes everywhere, proving that hard work and respect for the game can take you to the top. Carter, on the other hand, is now facing the consequences of her actions. The WNBA is a business, and businesses don't have time for players who can't handle the pressure or create unnecessary distractions. Talent is important, but attitude and professionalism are what will ultimately keep a player in the league. If Carter doesn't make some major adjustments, she may find herself out of basketball altogether. The road to redemption is long, and with her reputation now tarnished, it's unclear if she'll ever be able to rebuild her career. Caitlin Clark has proven that talent alone isn't enough to succeed in professional sports. The key to longevity is finding a balance between personal ambition and team goals. It's a lesson that Chennedy Carter has learned the hard way. Her career could have gone in a different direction if she had focused on improving her game and building bridges with her teammates, but instead she chose the path of controversy. Now, as she watches Clark's star continue to rise, Carter is left wondering what could have been. At the end of the day, the lesson is clear. Talent can open doors, but it's your character that will determine whether those doors stay open. Carter may have had the talent, but she lacked the professionalism needed to sustain her career. Now she's learning the hard way what happens when you become a distraction instead of a player. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark's career is on the rise, and she's proving that being a professional both on and off the court is what truly matters.